Hello and welcome to Roll Gaming, where we're playing Bath City Football Club in Football Manager 2019, taking it real slow and nice so you don't miss out on any action, so you will see every choice and every mistake we do along the way. So remember to leave a like, comment and subscribe if you like what you see, and so you don't miss out on anything. And also on each episode the most informative and most positive comment will be pinned. So without further ado, let's get into the game. So coming up, we had a pretty good last couple of games, and we're coming up here next game versus let's see, versus Low, which are 7th in the league, and should be a pretty interesting game then, since we are 3rd, so it should be, as I said, quite interesting. So let's see here. We have the game coming up in a little bit less than 1 week. And at this stage of the season, with the possibilities we have here being in the lowest tier available to us, we don't really have any sort of changes that we are bound to do here. We have a couple of changes that we are looking to do nearing the end of the season, and we'll get back to that, since now we wouldn't praise all our players here that have had a very good form recently, since that is something we said last episode that we have been a bit bad with doing. So we will try to make sure that we don't miss those opportunities to make sure our players' morale is high. So on this advice we will not follow. Well, we don't have any reason to do those changes and no budget to do either. So that's really the reason behind it. So we're almost up to the game now. We'll follow this pre-tactical advice from our assistant manager for team instructions to add. So let's do that. We won't follow the rest of the advice though, since we really know better than our assistant manager about how to play our team, since we are the actual manager. So, and for our upcoming match we are quite clear favorites according to the bookmakers, so that's pretty good, and we're at home as well, so should be a pretty easy game, hopefully. And let's have a look here at our scout report or scout meeting and see if they have any interesting player for us to scout. And so far doesn't look to be the case. Nope, not really. And had an average rating in training last week of 7.66, so another very good week of training. So let's have a little look at the individual level as well here. So we have basically nothing new here. We have our players training on pretty darn well actually, and where Roster not doing his job as usual. For the under 23s here, we will let everyone that needs to better their match sharpness to play 60 minutes per match for the under 23s until they are match fit. And the team selection is really not changing between the matches, since we don't have any backup players. So looking good, and all our players are above 90% in match condition, and all are almost 100% in match sharpness, with Carl Stewart lacking a bit since he just came back from an injury. So let's kick off the game, and let's hope for a good result here. And we get lucky in the first few minutes. We had a one-on-one versus our keeper. The striker hit the post, luckily for us, and almost got the second chance as well. But we managed to clear the ball just before he got it. Now we got Stewart here with a shot, and it got deflected on their player. Almost went for something. Now we have the corner now from Stern. The cross is in. Will it be something? Oh, the keeper saves it on the line from by header from Brunt. So we have Stewart now with the corner. Can we make something here? Mills with the header, and the keeper saves. So interesting few minutes here and moments in the start of the game. That's quite nice, since quite a lot of the times we have quite slow starts to the game also. So we have another highlight now building up. We have the ball in the bottom, and we have Mills one-on-one versus the keeper. Will he score? No, he puts it wide. How bad. Not the greatest of strikes, and this is very bad as well. Stewart already have a yellow card, and this will be a second yellow card. So we're down to 10 players only. So we won't do any changes really, other than put Sanga even more in the middle here and confirm the changes here. And we'll still try to play a positive mentality and hope that the players can make it anyway. So that said, we have a highlight building up there, and I wasn't fast enough talking here. So actually there was cross coming from Rig, I believe, that they put in their own goal. So we have the ball, and then to Rig, and he makes a cross, and it's deflected on one of their defenders. So we make a goal. So we are leading now, 1-0 for Bath City versus Slough. So an eventful first half with some very good chances for both teams, and one player off in our team, unfortunate, and one own goal. So pretty eventful, as said. So the scoreline, as previously mentioned, is 1-0 for Bath City versus Slough, and shots is 5-7, shots on target is 3-4, possession is 48-52%. And overall we had a pretty decent first half here, a bit unlucky, one might say, with a red card, but overall it seemed to be a pretty stable half, and not much to complain about, and players are having decent ratings here as well. I see Dunball is struggling a bit, looking at his rating, and we passed the 60-minute mark here now, so we'll do some changes, and Dunball is one of the players we will change out. And then I think we will change out Sean here as well, who has a yellow card just for a precaution. And I think that will be it for this first substitutions, and we get another highlight with a cross and a header for us where we hit the top bar, so pretty close again. And now we have a corner here with Stern taking it from the right side. Can we make something out of it? No, doesn't look like it. And we have the ball back to Stern. Can we make it on a second cross? Nope, the defense clear it again. So we have another highlight now, building up for slow, it looked like, but we have the ball back. And the ball is back to their defenders though. And we make a better clearing here from Mann. And we have a lot of heading going on, and the ball is finally back down to slow. Makes a cross, and this goes pretty fast. A little bit too fast to comment everything, but I think it's pretty good level. So we get a 1-on-1 with Means versus the keeper, and he hit the bar again. Very close to a goal, but somehow it stays out. And here we will change out John Means, who's having a very bad game, and we'll let Niall Freeman play as a poacher instead. So waste a bit of time, and hopefully we can make a goal with Freeman instead if we actually get the chance. Unfortunately here it's a highlight for slow with a corner. It goes long though, so but it's played back to just outside the penalty area, but we break the ball there. So we have play now with Brunt, but they break the ball again. And they are just outside the penalty area, played back a bit, back and forth. So let's see what happens here. And they put it wide and into the penalty area and scores, unfortunately. So it's 1-1. Terrible news. And yeah, I don't really feel like that is a way of how the match has been going, that it was that well deserved. And a pretty bad reaction from our keeper there on the shot, I believe. So we'll try to shout the man more here for the last few seconds. And unfortunately it doesn't work. Or it was a too late shout, I guess. So the final scoreline is 1-1. Shots is 13-14. Shots on target is 5-8, and possession is 48-52%. And I guess we can't be too unhappy since we are actually playing most of the game one man short. But nonetheless, I really felt that that was a game for us to win and not to draw, with all the chances we had and everything. But as I said, we can't really be that unhappy anyway. This makes me a bit more unhappy though, since both Torquay and Billy Kay drawed their matches, and we would have, or Torquay actually lost their match, so we would have closed in the gap a lot by winning that match. But at least we managed to take 1 point in on Torquay, so that's good at least. And we'll not make any action against Stewart for the match. And we had pretty good attendance there in that match also, with a little bit over 1,000 people attending the game, so that's good for us in terms of our finances, which, as you know, is very important in this series. And coming up now in 1 week, we have another very similar game against Truro, which are 8th in the league, so it will also be a pretty close game, I believe. And here we have the scout who has completed his assignment on scouting Carbo Cup. We have for sure some interesting players here that we'd like to sign. At least if we could. And definitely Leon Davis here. He would be a great signing for next season if we were allowed to, but I guess he probably will stay with his club. I think they want to keep him, so that's a bit unfortunate. So guys, let me know in the comments what you think about the format here when we're doing 2 episodes per match, if that's good or if it's too little or too much. Let me know, and we'll have a look at that as soon as possible and see what you guys like, because, well, I don't know what you like in the series, and basically I think around 30 minutes and 2 matches per episode might be a good middle ground here, but let me know, and I'll have a look as soon as possible. So we have a couple of days coming up here now to the game, and we won't do any changes between the games here, really. We had a pretty good game, I said, last match. A bit unlucky, but I think that will be good enough anyway. So, and we don't have any other options really. So anyway, we have a duos intake here. So let's have a look at the players, if we have any extra good players this year coming through. So let's have a look at Luke Berry here, which they said would be good, and yeah, he's not really, but pretty good potential there. The other 2 players that they say is good is even worse, so not really the case. And we win Manager of the Month last month, so that's pretty good. I think we'll remove John Mills here from corner taking. Since he's a striker, he shouldn't really be a corner taker. Since he's, yeah, we want him to score goals, not to take corners. So the financial update for last month was pretty good again, with a profit of around 22k. So very good building of our overall balance here throughout the season, as you see. We started down 40k almost, so that's very, very good. And this is us being a little bit over the wage budget, so that's good as well. And we work hard on being on the right side of that, going up in the tiers hopefully, or next season, no matter what, if we're still in the same tier. So the upcoming match against Truro should be an easy win, according to the bookmakers. So let's hope we can make that true this time. And the board is still happy with what we do. And the players are very supportive of our management style and everything, so that's pretty good as well. And we have only one suggestion here from the scouting meeting, which are terrible, so that's not that great. And we have an average training rating last week of 7.52, so that's pretty good. And we have no player that have trained bad, so that's even better. And let's have a fast look here on the individual level. So improvement of the stats resets every month. So in the beginning of the month, usually there are no changes. They are coming in a little bit later in the month, but sometimes they do come in the first day of the month, like this one. Andy Watkins declining basically because he's old in a lot of different attributes, I'm thinking. So yeah, nothing to say to any of the players regarding their training, really, I think. So let's go to the match. And we'll let every player that needs it, as usual, to be available for the under 23s match for 60 minutes per match until they are match fit. So, looking here, we will need to do a substitution or change in the lineup, and it will be Carl Stewart that will put on Matt Richards instead of, since he's suspended one match, and hopefully that can be good anyway. And we also put in Frankie Arcus instead of Matt Richards on the bench. So let's go to the match and hope for a result. So a pretty slow start to the game once again, and all these green boxes, we'll try to do those changes suggested to us. And we have a highlight here building up for us. Can they hit the top bar? We get to the second chance. We unfortunately don't come anywhere with it though. So we had quite many shots there, and shots on target in a few minutes there with the corner and everything. Other than that, really slow and first off, not happening much at all. So we have the end of the first off, and the stats are 0-0 in the scoreline. Best versus Truro, and shots is 7-0. Shots on target is 5-0. Possession is 53-47%. So basically, really good first off. Unfortunately, not been able to score any goals though. And we have a couple of players actually that looking to have a bit of a bad game so far. But we will get allow them to have the chance up until around the 60-minute mark to improve themselves before we make any changes, at least as long as the game is like this, 0-0. So we have play building up now. For us on the left side, Rick with the cross, and Brandt, he shoots over. He puts it over the bar, unfortunate. A very good chance there again. Unfortunately, we still managed to miss the goal and be not that effective. So now we passed the 60-minute mark. And let's see what changes we will do. So even though Anthony Starker is on the left side, we will change out Kevin Awanka on the right side in the defense with him, since he's having a really bad game. And I think we'll also put in... Actually, we will put in... we'll switch Sean Rigg and Ross Stern around, and we'll put in Adam Mann as a midfielder on the left side, and we'll let Ryan Brandt have a little bit more time to make something happen, and we'll change him out for Freeman in the 80-minute mark or something if we can't get a result here. So we'll start shouting now as well, and we'll wait after this highlight. If we don't make a goal, and we change Brunt out for Freeman. So we have Mills here with the goal. Such an important goal here. 1-0 for Bath City now versus Truro. So a beautiful pass there all the way from Kandi in the defense, from the defending line, and Mills running very good on that ball and managed to get first on the ball and scores. So the final whistle will be now any second, and there is the final whistle. So the final scoreline is 1-0 for Bath City versus Truro, and shots is 13-1, shots on targets is 7-1, and possession is 54-46%. So a pretty stable and good game for us. Very good in the defense, not the best and most effective in the offense this match, but nonetheless a win is a win. So let's have a look here at the league table. So after this match we move up to second place, past Billikay, and again we make up ground on Torquay, which again loses their match. So at the moment they are having a bit of a bad form, I feel, and Billikay also not having the best of form, and our goal difference is now up to 25, so we have 5 teams very close here in the goal difference, down to the 5th place St Albans, and also pretty close in terms of the points as well. So at the moment we are just 1 point behind Torquay, so it might be the best in the season so far, and don't think we have led the league so far this season, and also I don't think we've been this close. So very exciting stuff coming up with only 9 matches to go. We will have a very close title fight here in the end, it looks like. And we had pretty good attendance here as well, with 920 persons. So that will be everything for this episode. Thank you so much for watching, and remember to hit that subscribe button and the like button if you like what you see, so you don't miss anything that is happening. And remember, we are uploading new episodes every day. So that will be all. Thank you for watching, and bye bye.